Students in my class, they want constant feedback. They're asking me constantly whether or not they're right, they're on track. But in general, my exit tickets, I've established, a protocol where if the understanding is if they get out of 3, a 3 means they have complete understanding of that day's lesson. If they get a 1 or a 1.5, the expectation is they have to seek out extra help. And for most kids, they understand that now and they accept that and they want to improve.
I like to be very honest with my students. And again, I'm used to working with 3 through 6 students. And if you are honest with them and let them know where they are and then where they should be and give them things that they can do, they will work towards the goals that you have set for them.
But I went to a conference once, they talked about feedback, and instead of saying feedback, in great consultant style, they only used the term feed forward, right? And while it's a kind of a cheesy, kitschy kind of thing that somebody may have invented, I think it really speaks to the idea of what feedback is for, right? Feedback is given so that way you can move forward. If it's not something, right, if feedback is not something that's actionable, right, that you can take action on, if it doesn't push you forward, then it's not worth doing.
And so if you think of like four attributes of effective feedback, number one, it has to be specific. So we want to be very specific in terms of what the feedback is. So specifics could be something as simple as you set up a really good model for the computation that you are going to do here. Secondly, it needs to be immediate. If I wait days or weeks or months to give feedback, we've lost an opportunity to move kids. Another really important aspect of feedback is it has to be honest. And we want to make sure that we're treating students respectfully, but respectful also means letting students know exactly where they are. And the most important that we're building towards, it has to be actionable. If we're giving feedback and nothing happens with the feedback, any of the benefit that we saw, especially from Hattie's research, feedback has a 0.79 effect size, which is really critical. But that's only when the students or the receiver of the feedback is acting on the feedback and improvements are being made. So it has to be specific, immediate, honest, actionable, and if we're doing those 4 things, we should be able to move kids towards higher levels of quality of work.
The learning really occurs in the conversation where kids that are in different places and are thinking differently can also get together and share.